Australian Paralympic champion Paige Greco, a young woman whose strength, kindness, and quiet courage inspired people far beyond the world of sports, has died suddenly at just 28 years old. Her passing has left a heartbreaking silence in the lives of her family, teammates, and the countless people who followed her extraordinary journey. In a joint statement, the Australian Paralympic Committee and the National Cycling Federation confirmed that Paige passed away in her Adelaide home after experiencing a sudden medical episode on Sunday. Those simple words now carry a grief that feels impossible to measure, because a life so full of promise, so full of heart, was taken far too soon. Her mother, Natalie Greco, spoke through unimaginable sorrow. Paige meant everything to us, she said. Her kindness, her determination, her warmth. She touched our family every single day. She brought joy into our home, pride into our lives, and hope into our hearts. Losing her is a pain we will carry forever. Her mother's words echo what so many already knew, that Paige wasn't just an athlete. She was a bright, gentle soul whose presence could soften a room and whose smile could lift even the heaviest spirits. Born with cerebral palsy, Paige grew up refusing to let her challenges define her. Instead, she shaped her life through resilience. She learned early that strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, steady, and unwavering. And that quiet strength carried her all the way to the world stage. At the Tokyo Paralympics in 2021, when the world was emerging from one of the hardest chapters in recent history, Paige stepped onto the track and delivered something unforgettable. She won the very first gold medal of the Games, breaking her own world record in the women's C1 to 3,000 meter individual pursuit. In that moment, she wasn't just winning for herself. She was giving her country a reason to cheer, a reason to feel proud, a reason to feel hope again. And she didn't stop there. She added 2 bronze medals, multiple world championship titles, and an overflowing collection of World Cup medals, proof that her rise wasn't a moment, but a movement. And yet, if you'd asked anyone who knew her what they admired most, they wouldn't start with her medals. They would start with her heart. Paige had a way of making people feel included. She made teammates feel stronger, younger athletes feel seen, and strangers feel welcome. She carried herself with humility, even when she stood on top of the world. Her achievements were extraordinary, but her humanity was even greater. Cameron Murray, Chief Executive Officer of Paralympics Australia, described the loss as nothing short of devastating. The sadness being felt across Paralympics Australia today reflects the enormous respect and love for Paige, he said. She was an extraordinary athlete, but more importantly, a remarkable person. Her quiet determination, her kindness, and the way she uplifted others, that is what we will remember most. Her impact will echo for years. Paige Greco's story was one of perseverance, of breaking limits, of choosing courage every day, but above all, it was a story of grace. She gave the world inspiration without even trying. She carried her struggles with dignity. She celebrated her triumphs with gratitude. And she touched lives with a warmth that will never fade. Her life ended far too early, but her legacy, her light, her strength, her kindness will continue to shine. In the hearts she touched, in the athletes she inspired, and in the countless people who saw in her a reminder that greatness can be gentle and strength can be quiet. Australia has lost a champion, but the world has lost much more. It has lost a soul who made it brighter. Paige Greco will never be forgotten.